Hello and welcome back to Tingwinger 5. Today we're going to take a look at an app called CleanSpace, as these guys are doing something really clever. The app itself is available for both Android and iOS, so you'll have no problem downloading it. But what this app does is actually monitor pollution levels in your city. So when we look into the CleanSpace travel app, we can actually find out what the pollution levels are around us. And this app actually rewards us for taking cleaner journeys. All you need to do is activate the app and it rewards you for taking a cleaner journey. So this is the main screen. We've got the tracking option at the top and we can see my air currently is high in pollution levels. What we can do from the app, we can track our journeys, track your rewards, track the general CleanSpace movement and the air quality. So here's a big map of England. You can see London is quite high in its pollution levels, as you'd expect from the capital city of England. And I took it out for a few journeys. Just did my walks as normal, but turned it on, and I earned some CleanSpace miles. And I'm 85% clean on my journeys, but you can see I'm walking through high pollution and medium pollution areas. And all this stacks up to earn rewards. We'll talk about it more later in the video, but we actually unlock some rewards just by doing that one journey. The main thing I want to talk about is this CleanSpace tag, because this is where everything gets very clever. The CleanSpace were kind enough to send me a tag for review, so let's have a look at what it does. Initially, it's just a piece of plastic. We take it out of the packaging and there's no touchscreen interface and there's no very obvious buttons. There is a button on the side, but it's not that obvious. And it doesn't look like it does all that much. But in actuality, this thing is amazing. In the top left here, we have the air in. Now, this monitors the air for carbon monoxide. We'll talk more about that in a second. And on the right hand side, we have the 3-volt harvester. So this harvester is actually able to take electricity out of the GSM 1800 band and the Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz band to make its own electricity. It takes electricity that would not be used otherwise and uses it to charge itself up. Now it's not taking huge amounts of electricity, but it's taking enough so that you never have to either replace the batteries or charge the batteries in this device, which is absolutely amazing. You never have to charge it, so it never needs a charge port on the outside. The only thing we need to do is pair it with our phone, and that's what the button on the side there is for. And what we do is we set it up in pair mode, we press the button on the side, it actually lights up, and then we start scanning with the CleanSpace app. Once the tag has finished pairing, it will connect over Bluetooth as normal. You'll then have to wait a couple of hours for it to start calibrating itself and sort itself out. So once that's finished, I put it on my windowsill, just so I could see what my general air around my flat was like. And actually, it's not too bad. A couple of spikes in the rush hour areas, but not too bad. Now, carbon monoxide is not the only pollutant around, but we get it mainly from petrol cars without catalytic converters or cigarettes, power stations, anything that's really burning a hydrocarbon. And you hear most about it from heating systems, so when a boiler starts leaking carbon monoxide. But there have been many efforts to reduce the amount of carbon monoxide in our air. Now, what I did, I took the tag out into the city centre. So you can see here, I'm just outside Big Ben in the bottom left corner, and I've got the CleanSpace tag. I'm now going to activate the tracking, and we're going to have a walk around London. So here's the tag at the start of my journey. I started in Westminster, and I walked north up to Trafalgar Square, where I spent a lot of time, because it's actually quite a high pollution zone in Trafalgar Square. And to finish off the day, I took it back over the river towards Waterloo Station. And this is what I reported. Now you can see where I started my journey. We can see on the arrow here, where I started in Westminster, and the two other spikes, well, they're the spikes in Trafalgar Square. As a whole, London was actually having a very low pollution day. The pollution was high in these areas, but it's relatively high compared to the rest of London, which was actually very low at the time. And we can see on my CleanSpace tag that the carbon monoxide level was actually quite low, which was good. Since my testing started, unfortunately it was a low pressure zone over London, so I asked the CleanSpace guys to send me over an example of the high pollution, and this is what they sent back. So on the 10th of March, there was a high pressure zone over London in rush hour, and the pollution level was able to build up well over the high threshold of the device. What I mentioned before is there are rewards. So I selected my free coffee from a place called Upper Crust. This is a UK coffee establishment that operates mainly in train stations. I redeem a time code, and my code will expire in 12 hours after redeeming it. I took it to these guys, and straight away I got my coffee. What you can also do when you've got some journeys is log in through the website and go to your journeys, and you can see exactly what you did. So let's look at my day from yesterday, as when I walked up from Westminster at the bottom there, all the way up to the flag there where I had a break and some lunch. We've got the high pollution zones by Westminster. Gets a little bit cleaner by the park. Then we get up to Trafalgar Square. And then it gets a little bit cleaner as I go a bit further north. And then I have my break for lunch. And then we've got the second journey on the left here we go into, where we have the rest of my day. Where I carried on walking north, just to monitor the pollution levels further north. But again, there's a park there, so the air was much cleaner on this low pressure day. And what we can do after that is if we go into validate journeys in the bottom left hand corner here, we can actually tell the CleanSpace app how we did those journeys. Now I walk pretty quickly, so it thinks at some points I'm on a bike and at some points I'm actually in a car, but that's also to do with how slow the traffic is in London. And what we can do is we can tell it at which leg we did what. So it does use the gyroscopes in your phone to guess what you're doing. And as you start validating more journeys, it will be able to predict more accurately because it understands what you do, how you get from place to place. And I walk everywhere. So if I select foot for all of these journeys, so I'll select foot for all of these legs of the journey. And if we jump to my second journey, you'll actually see it's got it in one block, not lots of different blocks like this. We get a little validated tick once you've selected all your transport methods for each leg. And we can see my second journey here, where everything was much simpler and it was all done in one leg. So this has been CleanSpace. It's doing some very clever stuff. And if you guys want to sign up, go to our.clean.space and press the register button. And I put a code in the video description for you, and if you sign up using that, you just let them know that I sent you. So sign up with your first name, your last name, your email address, your age, and your gender, and put in the promo code I've got in the video description below. Thanks for watching everyone, I'll see you in my next video.